He lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament, but he's still projected to be a top 10 pick. An anonymous Eastern Conference scout compared him to Jimmer Fredette, telling the New York Daily News that he's a great passer, but he can't defend anyone. Jimmer was a top 10 pick, but lasted just 5 seasons in the NBA. Shannon, is this a fair or unfair comparison?
No, I think it's unfair. Jimmer Fredette was a 4-year guy at BYU. Trae Young is a true freshman. Trae Young averages in his freshman year twice as many assists as Jimmer did in his senior year. And they keep talking about and I get it, Skip, when you come out, every player that comes out, be it basketball or football, they're going to compare you to somebody. Or he's KD, or he's this, he's that. So I get it. But they're talking about, well, he's not a lockdown defender. Who's Isaiah Thomas locking down, Skip? At 5'8". Who's Dame Lillard? Who's Steph Curry?
Damian plays okay. He plays.
Did you see what James Harden did to Dame Lillard?
He does it to everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what makes the great players great, Skip. Nobody, when they're in their bag or they're like Bron in that toolbox, Skip, there's nothing can be done. I think this.
Unless you're Kawhi Leonard, but go ahead.
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that. But the guy averaged 27-7, 27-8. He can get to the basket. Jimmer Fredette can never get to the basket like this kid could. So, and everybody he's not Steph. Did you think Steph was going to be Steph as a freshman at Davidson? Did you think he would be what he had turned out to be? And even when they drafted him, you thought Steph Curry was going to be a 2-time MVP, with one of those being unanimous and winning.
I said before the draft I would take Steph #1 overall, and that he will be better than Blake Griffin, and he is and has been. Go ahead.
Well, they should have had you in the front office at the Clippers. This would have been different. So the guy is a true freshman. I believe he can turn into a very solid player. I like his upside. I like his upside better than Lonzo because he can score. He's a willing driver, unlike someone else, and he can shoot free throw line too. You know, so when you foul him, he's gonna go make it.
So before Jimmer came out, I laughed at his NBA style. I just said this is ridiculous because he is yet another Jimmer product or victim of the NCAA hype machine, because he was that guy. He was the darling of college basketball that year, and he could shoot threes and he could do this and that, and he couldn't do anything in pro basketball because he was the 10th overall pick. And I'm figuring that Trae's going to go somewhere right in that range.
9-15.
Somewhere in that range. Jimmer wound up in a draft night trade going to Sacramento. He lasted 5 years in the NBA, and his best year was actually his rookie year when he averaged 7 points and 1 rebound and 2 assists. Well, Trae is better than that. Right. But I think what the anonymous scout is referring to is, I watched a whole lot of Trae Young because I'm a University of Oklahoma fan, just like I watched a lot of Blake Griffin for 2 years there. He stayed for 2. And Trae Young plays zero defense. He didn't even try on defense half the time. Like LeBron now. He sort of turned into a mini LeBron on defense. But the point is, Trae Young had the greenest light I've ever seen in college basketball. He could shoot anything he wanted to shoot, and he's not Steph Curry. And he could try any pass he wanted to try, and he is a gifted passer. But he led the nation in turnovers because after a while you're trying to live up to the hype machine, and you can't because
was he better than Steph as Steph was a freshman?
No, I didn't watch Steph as a freshman, so I don't know. I don't think he could shoot like Steph when Steph was a freshman, because I'm pretty sure Steph, thanks to his father, could always shoot.
Well, I think the thing is, Skip, is that when you look at Jimmer Fredette, he's a 4-year guy. Yep. And you have to ask yourself, normally when these guys are really good, what do? They're 1 and done, 2 and done at most. You look at Buddy Hale, another guy from Oklahoma, Skip. He was a 4-year guy. You got to look. Hold on, there's a reason why.
Love him. But he can shoot it.
The last 4-year player to go #1 overall is
Tim Duncan.
Kenyon.
Oh, Kenyon. Oh, I was saying it's Tim Duncan.
Yeah. So let that sink. So they're looking at that like, hold on, wait a minute. If you're what we think you should be, and you think you are what you are, why you stay 4 years?
Well, I remind you, I brought up Jimmer Fredette on this show, comparing him to Trae Young just in the overhype, because he got so overhyped. Remember, the last 11 games, they went 2-9 their last 11, and he shot 26% from 3 because he's just shooting it farther and farther and farther out. And he's not strong. Steph has incredible natural strength. I don't know, maybe it's weight room strength now, but He just flicks his wrist. He's shooting free throws from 30 feet.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like and feels like. It's effortless. This kid has to, like, launch it. He's got to, like, shot put it to get it there.
Well, I mean, that 26% that he's shooting from the three-point line is better than somebody else I know shooting from the three-point line. I ain't calling no names, Joyce.
Speaking of, I'm going to hold you to this, that you have already said that this kid will be better than Lonzo Ball.
I said I like his upside.
Okay, well, that means he's going to be better, right?
I like Kyle Kuzma upside, too.
Okay,
and
well,
Julius Randle.
they
I
will
told you
not
that.
be better than Lonzo
better.
Ball. And by the way, it was funny that Lonzo Ball did catch on the internet that Trae Young or somebody close to Trae Young had posted a video. I don't know. Do we have that by chance? Yes, we do. Let's see what that is.
What happened,
Young
Skip?
Video. Yeah. Here's Trae Young. He's shooting Lonzo style. Lonzo Ball. Except Trae Young did say Lonzo can make them. He's shooting sideways. And Lonzo responded to it.
What did he say?
Well, he just, I don't know, do we have Lonzo's response? Okay, we don't have, he reacted, and I don't know if he was trying to say, I see you, just put him back in his place. It was a nice response. I didn't write down what it was, but the point is, Lonzo sees him and he's going to raise him. He's going to now the pressure is going to be on Trae Young. Yeah. And remember that incredibly green light next year is going to go from yellow most of the time, and then a lot of times it's just going to be red.
He's going to be dropping them dimes. He's going to be dropping them dimes, getting to the free throw line and making his free throws.
You know what? He can't finish. He's not an explosive athlete. He's not Allen Iverson. He even in college basketball, which is
Lonzo explosive?
Yeah. Yeah, he's explosive.
When?
Huh?
When is he going to be explosive?
You see him take the ball off the floor?
Yeah, I'm talking about going to the basket.
Lonzo said to Trae, I suggest you keep your shot.
Yeah, I suggest you keep your shot. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep your shot, Trae. Drop them dimes on when he come in there. He's going to average. I mean, all they got to do is average like 10 points, 5 assists, and he's good. Because that's what somebody else is averaging, right, Skip?
Well, here's the problem. When you're not an explosive athlete, you can't finish at the rim because he's not a leaper. He's not, Allen Iverson.
Kyrie isn't a leaper. But Kyrie got handles. He know how to spin the ball.
Handles.
Yeah.
Trae Young can pass it. I told you he's a gifted passer. So if you just need a solid point guard on a good team, you're good. But if you put Trae Young in Sacramento like Jimmer was and you say, oh, you be the guy, he cannot be the guy in pro basketball. They'll take him right out. He's not physical enough. He doesn't have, you can say he doesn't have his man body yet, but he does have natural strength.
He's going to be all right.
Yeah. Lonzo Ball just turned 20, and you've already written him off.
No, Skip. See, you keep trying to do that to me.
And then I'm saying I need to see more from Greek Freak yesterday, and you're saying, well, give him a break. It's only his 5th year. Well, what is it for Lonzo? We haven't even finished his first year.
The dude averaging 27, 10, and 5. And because he has to play, Skip.
I watched him a whole lot, and it ain't going to translate except for the passing.
Skip, when you're in the Serengeti, what's the apex animal? A lion. He's the apex predator. When you're in the Eastern Conference, that apex predator is always lurking. So all the hyenas, all the cheetahs, and the leopards, okay, have at it. But when he shows up on the scene, who challenges him? Will you ever see the leopard say, nah, this is my food, I want it? When Braun step on the scene, they take a back seat.
Why is Blake Griffin bashing the Clippers? We'll discuss that next.